Hi, hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the Espresso, your daily shot of Chinese words with Catherine Xiang. I'm Catherine Xiang. So the Espresso really try to explore the relationship between the single character and words. So let's start. Today we will look at one of the most common Chinese character as a main verb, to eat. 吃 吃. So first, we're going to have a look at how this Chinese character is actually written. So the back is written now is the radical, which is the mouth radical. As you can imagine, if you eat, of course, you need to use your mouth. And then let's watch it again. The right part of the character, where now it's written, it's the sound part of the character. So this word to eat in Chinese is 吃. 吃, a single character. One last time. Okay, hopefully you have a good understanding of the stroke order and radical by this point. Let's move on and see how it's actually used in sentences. So as an example, 你想吃什么?你想吃什么? You would like to eat what? 我想吃北京烤鸭。我想吃北京烤鸭。Beijing roast duck. If you're like me, I love 北京烤鸭. So 我想吃, I would like to eat. 你想吃什么?我想吃北京烤鸭. So this could be a very simple conversation you might having with your Chinese friends, discussing what's going to happen, where you're going to go for dinner, what you want to eat. Or in a restaurant, you will hear this question, 你想吃什么? As the waiter or waitress making order. Next example. 中国人春节吃什么?中国人春节吃什么? So here again, 吃什么? What to eat? Eat what? 中国人 Chinese people. 春节 Spring Festival. 中国人春节吃什么? What do Chinese people eat during Spring Festival? So as you can imagine, China is a big country. So actually different parts of China have slightly different tradition. 北方人 北方人 people in the north part of China 吃饺子 dumplings. And then 南方人 like me from Shanghai 南方人吃春卷 spring rolls. 中国人春节吃什么？北方人吃饺子，南方人吃春卷。So hope that will also break a bit of a stereotype of you if you think all Chinese people eat dumplings during Spring Festival. Not true. We actually in the south eat 春卷, spring rolls. Okay, so we've learned 吃 as the key verb and single character today, 吃 to eat. We're going to expand a little bit and we learn 3 words. All of them contain 吃. 吃醋 eat vinegar. 吃醋. 吃苦 eat bitter. Last vocabulary 吃亏 eat deficit. I give you 1 second to think a little bit. What can this mean? What can eat vinegar mean? What about eat bitter? And what about eat deficit? Are they as the same as the literal meaning? Well, of course not. But in Chinese language, we love to use metaphors. So let's see what do they actually mean. 吃醋 vinegar. So if you have tried 镇江香醋 here, the Chinese vinegar, you know the strong, sour, and a little bit bitter feeling. So what does taste? What does that mean? 吃醋. So it's not an amazing taste, isn't it? So it's actually what we meant to get jealous. So it's another verb. 吃醋 means to get jealous, typically in a romantic setting. So for example, 她吃醋了, she's getting jealous. 她吃醋了. So eat vinegar to get jealous. 吃苦, 吃苦, 苦, bitter, okay? So 吃苦 is indicate someone can endure hardship. So it's a verb to endure hardship, because if you can handle the bitter taste, that means you can be resilient, you can keep going. It's part of also quite famous Chinese idiom 吃苦耐劳. So someone who can endure hardship can keep on moving. We have one simple example here. 他能吃苦. 他能吃苦. So indicate she's able to endure hardship. And 吃苦 is a very positive vocabulary, positive word in Chinese. This is because we believe you have to taste bitter first before you can actually, enjoy the sweetness. So it's a little bit like no pain, no gain in English, but we use taste to indicate that. So bitter first, sweet later. 先苦后甜. We have another expression, 吃得苦中苦，方为人上人。吃得苦中苦，方为人上人. So only if you can taste the bitterness of the bitterness, so only if you can endure, the hardship of the hardship, then you can become 人上人. So you're going to be top of the hierarchy. That means you're going to become very successful. So all this expression indicate the Chinese philosophy of working hard, and you're gonna, endure the hardship first, and then success and gain will come. Okay, so 吃苦 as a good Chinese spirit in terms of work ethics. Right, last word we're going to learn today is 吃亏. So 亏 deficit. So usually it's in a business setting. So you lose out or you suffer a loss financially. So the whole word 吃亏, it means you actually suffer losses or you get the short end of the stick. So one example, 这笔买卖他吃亏了。这笔买卖他吃亏了. So he lost out in this business. That means he probably bought it, for the wrong price, and 亏, it's something you want to avoid, 吃亏, of course, when you're doing business. However, when it comes to important philosophy in Chinese, we actually say 吃亏是福. 吃亏是福. Fu means good fortune. And here you can see this gentleman. His name is Zheng Banqiao, who is a very famous painter, calligrapher from the Qing dynasty. And the calligraphy here you can see, 吃亏是福, is one of his most famous painting or calligraphy work. So it can be translated as every cloud has a silver lining. So what does that mean? It means bad things can turn into good things. And sometimes when you lose something, you might actually gain elsewhere. So the story came from one of his, remote relatives from Hunan province. So now if you visit Hunan province, you're going to actually see this famous calligraphy. While actually Zheng Banqiao at the time was living in Yangzhou, which is Jiangsu province, quite far away from each other. So people might ask, how come his, writing, the original one, ended in Hunan? That's actually because when one of his remote relatives, so Zheng Xuan, when he was doing business at the time, he traveled to a different city in order to sell his goods. And after all the journey, when he got there, the price dropped. And he was really depressed. He thought, okay, oh my God, I made all this effort specifically, went to this location and the price was so low there. So he thought he's going to go bankrupt and lost all his money. And Zheng Banqiao heard the story and wrote him this, calligraphy, these words to encourage him. And then he went back to his hometown in Hunan. And then when he, on the way back, he realized the price of the product he's selling in the city where he was in actually increased tremendously. So he won a little fortune because of that, something he didn't expect would happen. And then Zheng Xuan reflect on what Zheng Banqiao wrote and start to reflect on this way of thinking. And then he decided to put this to the home as a family motto. And that expression, 吃亏是福, went on. And then Zheng Xuan actually become one of, the most successful businessmen in the Chinese history. So this is a little story about 吃亏是福. How can you use it? So sometimes if your friends feel they lost out in a deal, in a competition, they feel a little bit down because they believe they got the short end of the stick. You can, encourage them and help them to think a different way by saying, hey, 吃亏是福嘛. So this is a very good way to encourage your friends and make them think positively. Right, let's have a quick revision. So the 3 words we learned today to do with 吃. First one, 吃醋. Do you remember? Eat vinegar, 吃醋. What does that mean? Yes, to get jealous. 吃苦. 吃苦. If you can eat bitter, if you can handle that. So it means you can endure hardship. 吃亏. So we just had this expression, 吃亏. That means you will suffer loss, so you might go the short end of the stick. So very quickly, let's try one more time. 吃苦, endure hardship. 吃醋, getting jealous, getting envious, typically in a romantic relationship. 吃苦, 吃亏. Okay, so we're approaching the end of the video, coming back to the key character and a verb we learned today, to eat, 吃, 吃. For the last time, let's watch how the character is written. Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And please connect me via LinkedIn. And if you like this video, please subscribe. And I will see you next time. Let's explore more about 字. And see you next time at 字 Espresso. 再见.